Korn, Freak on a Leash. This is a standard tuning 6-string interpretation of this song, an alternate method. I got the tabs, I got the lesson, play all that at the beginning. Afterwards, I'll go back through, give a full explanation for everything. Please hit that subscription button. It's the best way of letting me know that you like this video and would like to see more. Now let's try it out. Alright, so once again, this is a standard tuning interpretation of this. Alright, I know they have their, drop A 7 strings, all that good stuff. This is an alternate method that I'm dealing with. Okay, so we're all good there, just for some basic, standard tuning chords, all that good stuff. The intro, we can actually do pretty simple here because it's all high stuff, so we got plenty of room for that. And the first guitar will be up here at the 15 on the B. And of course you're going to want like a tremolo kind of chorus effect on this too, get that, wobbly vibe. I'll keep it clean just so you can hear everything that's going on. But like I said, 15 on the B, then we go to 17 E. Then we go 16 on the B, back to that 17 E, and then we just loop it from there. All right, and if you wanted to, kind of strum some chords over this instead, you can do something like this where you'll just be at like a D chord here, like a power chord, it's fine. So like the 5A with the 7 on the D and G. And then we just kind of want to add some D sharps in there. So basically we'll keep our 7 on the D, but then we do a 6A and an 8 on the G for that D sharp octave over the top of that D. And this becomes like a D sharp with the flat 5, no 3, such and such. So just a little dissonant thing there. Get that D sharp going. Okay, so if you'd prefer to strum some chords in that section, you can let it rip with that. All right, and the second guitar over the top of the initial one, it's doing a little high picking of its own. A little arpeggio thing here where we'll be on the G, and we go 8G, 8B, then a 10E. All right, let that ring a moment, and then we'll finish it by doing 3 11s on the high E. Go back to the 8, 8, 10 again, and then finish the second time around by doing 8s on the G 3 times. All right, and there are moments in there where it'll kind of stagger that little arpeggio. All right, so just mix that in there, and it works just fine. And that's just happening as that first guitar, it's doing its bit as well. For the pre-chorus section, we get the overdrive on there, get it nice and big. And here we're doing kind of a D with an A bass note just to make it even bigger. And we want this this G flat note in there. All right, so it kind of becomes like a big D chord here, but we want to take that G flat note and we're just going to give it a little bend and release, and then come off to an open as we hit the 5 on the E and the A with it. Okay, lift off for the open on the open middle D there. And then just come right back to the 5, 5, 4. Okay, do it twice. And then finish with this D sus flat 9 with the added B flat note in there. It's just basically 6 on the E and A, and then throw in like an open D and G with it. Okay. For the chorus, just straightforward power chords here, just, you know, the higher voicings now of, you know, from that drop A tuning. But basically we're just doing a open A power chord, a couple strums there. Alright, then to an E power chord, F at the first fret, and then just drop down for the D power chord. Alright, and of course, like the later chorus kind of does a more of a syncopated strumming on it. That type of feel to it, and then throws in the E, F, D. The interlude section, we get that funky like bass riff thing that's happening there. And essentially we're just kind of getting these notes going on. It's like a B, a low B note, and we'll just get that at the 7 on the E. Come on up and get a B sharp here at the high E. And we just bounce between a couple of the lows, couple of the highs. So the couple low 7s, couple high 8s. All right, do the low 7s again. Once more with the high 8s. And then we do a quick little high 7, 8, 7. All right, do the low back and forth again, the 7s to 8s. Do that twice again. And then just finish it the second time by just staying on the high 8s for 3. All right, in this bridge section, of course, we're not going to have our super low vibes going here. This will be a higher octave, all right, higher voicing. And it's just a B power chord, so 2A, 4 on the D and G. And then we just do this chromatic scale up. All right, go to the C at the 3 and 5s, C sharp at the 4 and 6s, and then the D at the 5 and 7s. All right, and repeat that 3 times. Hang on that B a little longer. All right, so do that 3 times, and at the 4th time, we do the B power chord at the 2s, hold it, we do a 3 up to that C, but then we go back down to the 2 and 4s for that B, and then keep going down at the B flat with the 1A, 3 on the D and G. All right, and just a little trick if you want to, you know, since it's in a higher octave and you like that section being low, if you want to make it sound bigger, a little trick you can do is just add in that extra low octave on the E with it. So, you know, wherever we had our A string, just add in the E string with it, and we'll get that extra octave. A little trick, just make it sound bigger, adding in a bass note with it. It sounds a little bigger than. So if you want to do that, it's the same shape, just add the E there at the 2s as well. 3s, 4s, all that jazz. All right, so a little trick if you want a little more oomph right there.